But what I'm going to talk about is more important than my hair. It's more important than my hair. Y'all know my rule. I could talk about this in 15 minutes, so if people don't pile in to my satisfaction, we will end this live. So in this live, I'm talking about the afterlife. Talking about the afterlife. One thing that the devil does is try to distract us with everything else, with money, with sex, with chasing after people, with trying to accomplish accolades in this earth, which, getting accolades is important, but it's not more important than the afterlife. Getting money is important, but it's not more important than the afterlife. And I know as people that the trials and tribulations of life or what have you, whatever, have led them to try to get you to say and believe that there is no God, that after we die, that's it. In my opinion, people who believe that are weirdos. But, they got to stand before them for themselves. Whether you believe you're going to stand before a God or not, you will. And to me, it's kind of goofy to not investigate this type of thing more, because think about it. If I'm wrong, and like I always say, if I'm wrong, I don't lose anything. I just go to sleep and that's the end of it. But all the people that saying there's no heaven, there's no hell, there's no God, if they're wrong, they're going to face something that they never would have even dreamed of facing in 10 lifetimes, according to what is written in the books. And when I say the books, I'm not just talking about the Bible. I'm talking about the book of Enoch. I'm talking about other books that have intentionally been left out by those who decided what books would be in there. So we're going to get into this. The first point that I want to make is always put the afterlife in front of your current life. Always. Always. Because when you don't, you put yourself at risk. Waddell Daly says, greetings, bro. Hope all is well for you. Appreciate that, man. Same to you. Hope everything is going good with you as well. So I'm doing pretty good. This cough is lessening up more and more each day, but it still comes and goes. It's like when you get sick now, it'll go away, but then it'll come back. Like, it's weird. The next point I want to make is don't listen to weirdos. And we got a lot of them. Let me tell you something. Stuff is so scammy. Like, stuff is such a scam. I really believe that that's one reason why we don't see the leaders that we used to see, like in the civil rights movement and different times throughout history. We reading about and we hearing about all these leaders, but we don't see that no more because there's a calculated plan to put the wrong people in front of you. Like, okay, he went through the rituals, so we're going to place him in leadership position. But then that person gets there and it's like you never hear about the Bible. You never hear about God. And even if you do hear about the Bible, you're not hearing about what we're talking about today, which is the afterlife. And you're not hearing about the judgment that people going to face. And I like to use T.D. Jakes for example, because some people try to treat him like he's a god. But if you go back, man, T.D. Jakes really ain't been preaching that word like that in a long, long time. He rarely ever talks about hell. He rarely ever talks about the afterlife or any of those things. And then bam, scandal. But people have been brainwashed into taking these people as leaders that will do anything. Bobo Anderson says, "Truth, man, what up, bro? What's going on with you, man? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through here." But the afterlife is more important, man. It's more important. Like, don't neglect your current life. Get your money, do what you got to do in this life to have the best life right now. But while you doing it, make sure you got the afterlife taken care of. Make sure, made your peace with the Most High. Always pray to him that he'll put your name in the book of life, that he'll give you understanding that will ultimately lead to you having the everlasting life and peace that you look for. Bubba Anderson said, just watching these games, smoking a good cigar. Yeah, I was watching that game, man. I saw one of the greatest plays of all time when Lamar Jackson caught that pass. Man, that dude was flying upfield. Like, that play is going to go down in history. What he did, they deflected the ball. I know you saw and he caught it and ran up for the first down. I'm going to have to make an errand, then I'm going to come back and try to catch the rest of that game. Waddell Daly says, I'm hoping the Ravens win too. Where y'all from, man? Yeah, that was something. That was. So, again, don't listen to weirdos, man. People be like, man, I don't believe in none of that. There's no, okay. It ain't even no need to really argue with them. Oh, yeah, you definitely Ravens. You from Maryland, Suitland, Maryland. That people watching because they trying to say it's rigged because the Super Bowl colors was the Ravens and the 49ers. It's impossible to rig football, man. Oh, you moved to Atlanta? Yeah, you still gonna be a fan though. So I say don't listen to these weirdos, man. Because those weirdos, they can't even, nobody that we know has been out of this dimension. That's why they call it 3D. This is the first dimension. The sky is the second dimension, like what? Well, once you get past the sky, that's the second dimension. And the heavens are in what's called the third dimension, which according to calculations, technology, if the Most High said, okay, I'm gonna let you come to heaven. In a regular craft, he said, I'm gonna let you live and I'm gonna let you fly to heaven. It would take you 1,000 years to get there on our time. That's why he said one day is as 1,000 years and 1,000 years are as one day. So why would anybody try to make the assumption, because that's all it is, that there is no God when we see life forming that we can't create ourselves individually? That's why I just call them weirdos, man. Hebrews 9 and 27 says, and just as is appointed or destined, some translations say appointed, for people to die once, and after this comes judgment. We all gonna die once in the flesh. But after this, the Bible says, comes the judgment. And we read about that judgment in the book of Revelation, where it says basically that the books will be open. And another book is open, which is the book of life. Revelation 21 and 8 says, but for the cowardly and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and sexually immoral persons and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars, their part will be in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Now, the first death, like it say, we're going to die in the flesh once. The second death is a continual death, basically, like what'll be happening to you is going to happen to you forever and ever. So that's why you see in the fifth trumpet, you see the key to the abyss, you see the abyss being open. I believe that's part of the deception that's going to lead people into being punished forever in their flesh, basically. And I've been in a fire before, so trust me, man, that's pain that you can avoid. And if you can avoid, you want to do so. Revelation 20:15 says, anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the pool of fire. Some translations say a lake of fire. We see that talking about that throughout the scriptures. And if you know anything about farming, you know that what the farmers do is when the harvest comes, they burn up all the weeds and all the leftovers. So the afterlife is more important. It's more important. When I tell you it's more important, it's more important. So that's why it's so stupid for anybody to even make the effort to try to sell a soul. Because, okay, so you gonna give up your eternity for right now when you know you're gonna die. You gonna die. Now show me think about all the relatives and the friends that each one of us have that died. Why would you believe that you're not gonna die? And it's like a lot of time people don't even know when they finna die. Like it could just be, bam, you get hit by, oh shoot. I slapped her across the room. You get hit by a semi and it's gone. A bullet could come through your house and it's gone. And now you in eternity, you in the other realm, you about to face the judgment that a lot of you don't believe that you're gonna face. That's why y'all always hear me saying, do you, this. Like if I teach something, trust me, I done researched it. If you don't agree with me, I'm not gonna try to make you agree with me. That's you. I done did my part. See, when you let's say you in a church, or let's say you are a minister or something, you don't force these people. If they want to give up the goodness and the eternal peace of God for what they're getting right now, these people, this stuff, go right ahead. Me as a prophet, I'm giving you what I can give you right here. Now, the people who withhold it from you, and if you choose to withhold it from yourself, that's y'all loss. Now, if a person, when a person preaches a message, right? If a person tries to hide that message from you because they don't want you to learn, your soul is going to be on their record too. Because this is how it works. When it says the books were open, it's a lot of books. It's talking about the 10 Commandments. It's talking about the book of the law. It's talking about the book of remembrance. It's talking about all types of books. The Bible going to be opened. Ain't going to be no excuse. So if let's say somebody said, F Prophet Howard, F the truth man, and they tried to hide this message from people seeing it. All the people that the Most High was trying to orchestrate to see that message, right? If something were to happen to them, it's going to be on that person. Because if they were going to accept him and to be having their names written in the book of life, and you take it in your own hands because you don't want to believe something, so you got to think for yourself. You can't try to believe for other people or keep other people from believing, because that's going to come on your record. But people in their arrogance and their evilness, that's what they do. It's people that's calling themselves a good person, that they literally will withhold information from others. Thinking, being deceived by the devil and the demons, the legion of demons, the host of hell itself, To believe in things that don't lead to the Most High and don't lead to faith and don't lead to everlasting life. That's going to be on them. No sex, no money, no drugs, no nothing is more important than where you spend your forever. And I know some of y'all say, well, I done heard this before. Okay, what are you going to do with it? Have you done anything that's going to benefit your soul yet? This is your warning, man. Life is uncertain. These people are savages. People will kill you now for not even liking you. You don't got to do nothing to them. If they don't like how you talk, they don't like how you walk. If they think you're a goofy, this, they'll try to do something to you. I've heard stories, man. I've talked about some of the stories on here. They killed Shanquella Robinson, basically, from the information I gathered, because they didn't like her. They trying to say, well, this happened, that happened. I don't believe that, because I believe if that's the case, they would have got her when she was in the States. I believe that hatred, that jealousy, that instigation led to that. You see people come up missing. Some of them people come up missing because people don't like them, man. So they do something to them. That's how people is now. They go to the extreme when they don't like you. They'll try to set you up. Man, he gonna be over here at this time. And then these same people sometimes be swearing they religious. Oh, I'm a Muslim. Oh, I'm a Christian. I'm this, I'm that. Man, you doing the stuff he hates. You doing the stuff he hates. That's why I wanted to come to you real briefly and tell you that afterlife is more important. It's more important. Anybody that's leading you away from God, that's not your friend. That's not your brother. That's not, I don't care who it is. It could be your own mama, your own daddy. They're not doing you a good service. They hurting you. They trying to make you feel the pains of the wrath of God forever and ever. So they not really benefiting you. You know, and you could tell by what people are interested in. And somebody giving some hot gossip and it's 10,000 people in there. Somebody talking about the word and it's one person, two people, three people. Hey, I ain't tripping because I know I'm doing my part. And I could stand, that's one thing, I could stand before the Most High. Like, I can't stand up to him and nothing else, but I could tell him, I made myself available. I preached many messages. I gave many warnings to many different people on your behalf. Now, what they did with it, or what other people choose to do with it, hey man, that's not my problem. I did what I was supposed to do, and I'm going to continue to do what I'm supposed to do. Real soon, I'm going to have a church. I'm going to go full-fledged in the ministry. I'm still going to be working and doing business, all that. And after a while, I'm going to be like, well, I did what I was supposed to do. These people ignored. These people went the other way. They went to the false prophets, the dookie dance, power bottoms, smiling demons. Talking, you know, you got preachers too that talk this stuff about people going to hell, this. But, okay, you got the ones that will talk about it, you got the ones that won't. But what it all boils down to is what we do with what we hear, what we do with what we believe. That's what it boils down to. That's why the afterlife is more important. Man, forget what these people talking about. Calling each other bums and losers. Hey man, you can call me a loser all you want. You can call him a loser, her a loser all you want. If their name is in the book of life, man, guess what? If yours ain't, shame on you. Oh well. Fly up there. I ain't gonna, hey, I'll be looking down there like, man, that's messed up. Then come back on the white horses, be right with him. Sitting there watching him judge all the people that was too dumb to repent. Like, man. And if they do something to me, he'd be like, well, what do you want? Well, technically, he didn't believe in you. He did something to me. I mean, I to be honest with you, whatever you choose to do with him, I don't think he should make it if he didn't believe in you, if his name ain't in the book of life, and he was out down here trying to harm people for believing in you, for not believing like him. Okay, they gonna pick him up like Killmonger did Black Panther, throw him, go up forever and ever. And even right now as we speak, according to the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, the people that's in hell right now, they can see the heavens. It's not a mystery no more. They just can't get there. So the Most High gave me the revelation that people is down there cussing out demons, cussing out the devil, and they think it's funny. They think it's funny because that's one of the torments. Like, while you waiting in hell, because that's not the final judgment, they telling the devil, shut up, B. I can't believe I believe in you. You're terrible. You everything the Bible say. Hey, you believe me. So they laughing at him. Remember, on those of you that's close to my age, or you might know if you might have saw the movie. Remember the movie Carrie with the girl with the powers, and she tried to go to prom. She was trying to have a regular life. And because that's a prime example of what I'm talking about, the stuff people will do to you just because they don't like you, because they don't understand you. So in the movie Carrie, they set her up the whole time. They knew she liked this guy. And they made the whole prom into a joke. They poured blood on her and everything. So she started getting into her power mode, and she started doing stuff to him. And then she went at the end and she got her mother for making her like that. So, but that's how the demons, remember how she was saying they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. That's what I want to leave y'all with. They're all gonna laugh at you if you mess around and lose your soul, because losing your soul is not the lake of fire. It's at the point of your death. What shall the profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Shall he make himself a billionaire? Of course not. How much of that billion you gonna be able to spend in your lifetime, yet alone in the next life? You supposed to try to get your billions while you with him, the Most High. And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? This man right here, nothing. This stuff, man, when you start dealing with the Most High and he start revealing things to you, you don't even be liking people like that, because it'd be hard. You be trying to fake like them. You be trying to forgive them, trying to love them. But the Most High will give you, open your eyes, and that'll be part of your spiritual act of worship towards him, is how you treat people. Knowing that most of them are adversarial. How do you treat them knowing this? And then he'll reward you or take away your reward based on it. Because the second commandment, the second greatest commandment, is to love your neighbor as yourself. He gonna judge us on that. So if you go to hell and you racist, especially if you one of those people that was hanging the black people from trees in the South, all of that's gonna be part of your punishment. And the Most High gonna get creative too. Like, you probably gonna keep getting hung. Stuff like that. You whacking people off for money, it's all coming back, man. The minister of spirits saw it all. They reported it to him. They got records of it. That's the books. The books are I don't know. The Most High didn't reveal the book of remembrance or another book is recording everything we do, everything we say. Ain't nobody gonna get away. So when I preach now, I used to feel like anxiety and pressure. Like when people wasn't getting saved, I would blame myself, stuff like that. Now I know that getting saved, that's not a Christian thing. That's just a eternal thing. That's a biblical thing. That's like a Most High thing. It's not merely a Christian thing. People get saved in Christianity, but that's not like the faith that you have to join. Just like none of these other faiths are. None, zero, zilch. And so I'm talking about you, regardless of what your faith is. Your faith is not the only way that people will make it to the Most High. Just remember that. Just understand that no matter what because some of y'all be on here, y'all be on Facebook trying to act like you got all the answers. I got a whole lot of them, but he ain't going to give them all to me. And he ain't going to give them all to you or the people you in cahoots with. So each person has to decide which avenue they're going to take to come to the Most High, to have your name written in the book of life, because it says that people from every tribe, every language were standing before him. That's saying basically that people going to be getting saved all type of ways. Christianity, oh, this is the only way you by man must be saved. Hebrew Israelites say the same. Muslims say, okay, everybody. Jehovah, okay. So you be like this with the faith. You be, well, which one is it? I tell you to avoid them all. To just do your own individual research and figure out how to make it to the Most High. I can show you, but you can make it to him the other ways too. If you do it right, it's just, you're going to have a whole lot of false teaching. Charles says, it's God's great pleasure to keep secrets. Absolutely. Look at what Charles just said. He not going to show, this what it mean by cast your pearl before swine. He not going to show people everything so they can be down here like they're a god or something, getting everybody money. You got to come through me to get to him. Man, get out of here. You can get to him through me, but you don't have to get to him through me. You can get to him your own way. But that's how people be. Like he said, that's why he keeps secret. He's not going to reveal, okay, you seek him. Remember he said, humble yourself, pray, seek his face, turn away from your wicked way. Now you're going to start to reveal things to you. Like he was revealing to me that people do get saved from these religions, but ain't none of them the answer, the 100% answer. Who y'all think taught me that? He did. Let's see what time it is. We got a little more time. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. So that's why it's important, man. It's important that when you lay down, you be praying to God, don't let me die without my name in the book of life. Keep my soul in your hand. It don't matter how you say it, but I'm going to show you some things. Like, don't let me die without my name being in the book of life. Whatever you got to do to show me, show me. Don't let me die without my name being in the book of life. Exactly. Charles said if he told us everything, our flesh couldn't help but manipulate judgment. Yep, we'll be using that to get rich. We'll be using, like if he showed me everything, or me personally, I don't believe I will get proud only because he done humbled me so much. And I'd be scared of him, like, man, I don't be wanting to test him like that. But other people that might not know to the degree that I know, they'll have people step right up, $1 million, get the secrets of God, that kind of stuff. So that's why. Listen to Charles, y'all. It's like not that we can prove ourselves, But it's a certain, the Most High does things a certain way. Like he not gonna show you everything and you ain't saw him. You don't care what he think. Waddell Daly said nothing but the truth. Man, you already know, man. People would be like, step right up, $1 million, 10 million, get you the secrets of God. What's gonna happen tomorrow? People would be bringing that money. Here, you can have it. What's now? Can you tell me about myself? That's why. Like, dude tried to come on my comments talking about prophets only talk about the future. Be real careful with people. Whether it's me, whether it's other people, be real careful with them people who think they know everything. I don't think I know everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a lot. People do call me a know-it-all. They're gonna call anybody that know a lot a know-it-all. But you got to be careful with them type. They be wearing the little superhero suits. The Bible says, blah, 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 blah. And you be reading it like, nah, that ain't what that. And the Most High will be correcting them. You be like, okay, let me see if he's right. And if you in cahoots with the Most High the right way, be like, well, he's right about that right there. But he's wrong about this, and here's why. The Most High don't have to talk in an audible voice. The Most High can teach your heart. He can teach your mind. And then you'll just be coming out with it. That's why I say out of the abundance in the person's heart, the mouth speaks. That's why you got to spend time learning. Like, I didn't come out and just start preaching. Man, I was learning. Charles said, do you think we come to earth more than once? I think that the earth is going to be reformed and recreated based on the scriptures and based on the other books because of the evil that was done in it. So that's why it quakes. Because this earth, like if the Most High move his foot even, the earth is going to tremble in fear. That's why we have earthquakes. One, because the earth is a living organism with life in it that answers to him. That's why it quakes. And it also quakes because the new heavens and the new earth are forming itself and coming closer and closer as we speak. And that's why we're hearing about these wars. Remember Matthew 24, there will be wars and rumors of war because we're getting closer. We're getting closer to this time period. I did a video some years back, the 3 time frames of God's return. So I was going through all these books, studying this stuff, studying even the calendars from biblical times. I said, these are the only 3 time frames of his possible return. And so I was like, okay, so what's the longest that it could take for him to come back? And the year I came with is 2,240. So even if he don't come back in our lifetime, like according to those calendars, it ain't gonna go past around that time, the year 2,240. I did videos on this before. I might do it in the future, but I got to go back and figure out the sources that I had. And, I was praying a lot when I got that revelation and stuff like that. So, but anyway, let's see what time it is. It's 3:58. I'm going to get on out of here. If y'all got anything y'all want to say in the comments or any questions, if y'all want to donate to what we doing over here, we doing big things over here. It's just a matter of time. We doing big things over here. We trying to make people's life in the earth easier from a spiritual, from a financial, from a mental, from a social standpoint. And like all the things that I have planned are based on that. And y'all can help me do it. But just think about what I was saying out here. The afterlife is more important than your current life. Don't let people get you involved in stuff that the Bible condemns and hates. You got to keep telling yourself the afterlife is more important than this life. That's why you don't try to snuff yourself out. Because you snuff yourself out, that's misunderstanding. You trying to get to the afterlife because you snuff yourself out because you think that you ending it when you not. You just beginning it. So whatever problems you face in life, you need to get on your knees and pray about them. You need to figure out, what am I doing that's causing this to be worse? Depression is depression. Like, you know how I say deflate means you letting the air out. Depression means you letting the pressure out. You letting it in, rather. It's like just like it says, impression, you letting the pressure out. Depression, you letting the pressure in. See? You got to get rid of that stuff, man. Charles said those churches' parking lots were packed this morning. Yeah, because people, they probably, you know how pastors do. They try to condemn people for trying to watch the game. I don't say that, you know, you're putting that game in front of God. He said, I just shook my head. That's because people not doing their own research, man. I mean, out of respect for people's beliefs, I could go a whole lot deeper in these religions. I do a little bit here, a little bit there. Waddell Daly said, that's why I continue to do research. Absolutely. He said, and you help further it. Glad I can help, man. I appreciate your dedication, bro. Man, I appreciate you. And this Waddell is a really good supporter of this channel in all different ways, like with his comments, with his encouragement. You see how he said he's doing his research. That's what you got to do, because research will lead you to keeping people in a proper place in your mind, in your heart, in your life. Like I was getting sick to my stomach. Like, these dudes was literally idolizing their wives. It's like, you gonna be really, that's why y'all be doing stuff to these women when they don't be wanting y'all, man. Cause y'all be idolizing them. Y'all be putting them on the throne of your life, of your soul. Never. The greatest thing that can happen to a man is for him to see that his girlfriend or his wife is not perfect, and to react accordingly. To see that his mother and father is not perfect, and to react accordingly. To see that his kids are not perfect, and to react accordingly. Because guess what? That's your opening to put everlasting life above your not. Idolizing women, Waddell Daly said, but can't even pray to the most. Exactly. That's what's crazy. They getting rid of that. You talk to some of them. Well, you know, I'm not a religious person. Like, and I heard that. Like, it's like when you work these jobs. I'm sitting there in this training. I'm like, okay, I'm listening to this. Oh, I'm not a religious person. And I'm like, what did I do wrong for all of these people to have authority over me? I did some things wrong. I should be in business for myself all the way, making all types of money hand over fist. For you to have to answer to people that say, oh, I'm not religious, you know, Okay, you're not religious, so here's what we're gonna do. The only thing I'm listening to you is about this job. That's it. When you start talking about personal life, I'm tuning you out, and that's what I do. I ain't gonna say nothing to them. I ain't gonna lose the high-paying job. But I'm looking like, okay, so you ain't religious. So you telling me that because do you want me not to be? And I'll just sit there and I'll just start scribbling on my paper. I'll just start doing other stuff. You done lost me there. And then when they go back to talking about the job, okay, I'm back. But anyway, thanks for watching. Shout out to all y'all that came in here. Hit the like button if you haven't done so on your way out. I appreciate that. Charles said a dude in Chicago just offered his wife and daughter for treating him like off to his wife and daughter for treating him like a dog for years while enjoying a life he provided. See, this is what happens, Charles. He shouldn't have offed them. He should have left. See, he was idolizing them. He thought, oh, I'm going to have kids. I'm going to have a wife. It's going to be a perfect life. And then she started treating him like dirt because that's what they do. This is modern day, man. He never harmed his son, though, because his son probably was showing him respect. He shouldn't have harmed them. He should have been like for instance, one of my guys, right? He was in the same situation. Wife didn't appreciate nothing he did. Ain't no telling what else she was doing. She was running off with his money, too. And then when he finally got tired of it, he took his son that he was the closest to, and he came back here. Why they'll say, yeah, he could have easily rebuilt. Absolutely. Man, don't do nothing to these women. They get on your nerve like that. The first time you start feeling violent, man, pack your bags and leave. They not that important, man. Charles said, I thought about your content when I saw it. That's because your mind is right. Your mind is in the right place. And don't never give them that kind of play. So what? It's wet. So what? So what? It might be suction cup. So what if it's good? They don't get that much play, man. Do not give these women that much in your mind, in your life. He went against the commandment of God that said you shall not kill because he idolized her and she let him down. You're supposed to dwell with them in an understanding way. 1 Peter chapter 3. He said there's way more box out there, man, and even better than hers. Exactly. Better than hers. She had a couple moans. He probably was getting her fast. That clap sound. She had him thinking he really doing something, and then bam, disrespect, cheating, texting, this. Man, I would have been like, knowing how I think, okay. All right, this is going too far. I can move a house. I can literally have a moving business. I can clear out a house in a short amount of time. I'm pushing 50. My sister had all these young dudes helping her move. They wasn't getting nothing done. I came over there, bam, 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 bam. That house was empty. And I'll do the same. Hey, listen, man. I'm not letting no woman get in my head like that. I don't care what you say. In fact, once the relationship go bad, you're supposed to tune her out anyway. Why are you listening to her philosophy? Because that's all manipulation. See, that's what they do. Like, they get in your head and they make you think that you can't do better than them when you can. J. Ray said, checking in from Mexico. Glad to have you, J. Ray. Glad to have you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You probably are, being that you're checking in. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Because life is life. Whether you're in Mexico, whether you're in Milwaukee, whether you're in Baltimore, Atlanta. Junior C says, appreciate your work and knowledge you sharing. I appreciate you, Junior. It's my pleasure, man. And Charles says, when he in and aired his house out. Wait, did I read that right? When he in and aired his house out. Exactly. Man. Dude, the only time I could see myself doing anything violent towards a woman if her little stepdaddy simp, let's say it's an ex and we got kids. He try to fight. I'm whooping him. She try to help him. Are you getting it too then? Other than that, I don't see the need to do any of this stuff. That's why I was so disappointed, man, with Jonathan Majors, because Jonathan Majors that Kang the Conqueror, he would have been in everything. He would have had $100 million in the next 3 years. Because Kang is, if you know anything about comics, Kang the Conqueror is in all different types of storyline. He's like Thanos. He blew it. He blew it, man. He blew it. Now, if you watching Jonathan, you probably need to try to look into creating you a YouTube and just do something like airing out Hollywood. You'll get a lot of views. Like, you'll get a whole lot of money quick. You'll have probably 100,000 subs in 3 months. Just say Jonathan Majors goes in Hollywood, and man, I'm gonna be there. Everybody gonna be there trying to see what you're talking about. That was bogus. Charles said they robbed him. Absolutely, man. So what time? So you never let your coworkers can be very cruel. They'll not talk to you. They'll laugh, giggle. F them. Don't ever let none of these people, A to Z, cause you to act out in violence or cause you to lose your soul or any of that. These dudes be offing their wife and offing their never. I'll bring my new one to the house, and we'll be waiting. I'll have her on the couch. I'll be leaning like this with her legs on my shoulders. And as soon as I hear that key in the door, all right, here we go. Clap, 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 clap. I'll do something like that before I get violent towards somebody who don't even like me, man. If I deal with somebody who don't like me in violence, it's because they gonna have to do something to me first or try to do something. J. Ray said, when they make you, they can break you. Exactly. Y'all making some good points on here. Maybe y'all need to do a live, and I need to be in there listening to y'all. Because y'all got it. Y'all know Matrix. A lot of y'all got some no Matrix philosophy. Waddell Davey said, I have a non-believer coworker who tries his hardest to bring his depression to the forefront, trying to tell me how I should live. Man, if a person is depressed, that's the last person you want to listen to on how to live. I used to have this coworker. He always was talking about, we was friends, we was cool, but he always was talking about offing himself. After a while, I'm like, well, I did everything I could to talk him out of it. So I had to get rid of the guilt, like if he does it. If he does it, it won't be on me because I did everything in my power to tell him not to and to show him not to. So if he did it, then he did it. Just like if I heard about it now, I'd be like, man, that's messed up. But I know I did my part to try to show him, hey, man, it's more to life. So, we was just talking about suicide and all that, how people have suicidal thought. If you're not religious and then you end up with suicidal thought, are you sure that's not why? If you're not a spiritual person, if you don't believe in God like that, but now you having those thoughts, maybe that's why. Because remember, the devil comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. When you don't choose the Most High, you choosing the devil by default. That's how it is. But thanks for watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow with more videos. Shout out to all of y'all that came in here. Everybody have a blessed evening. If you watch football, get your best snack, man. Get your best snack that you love to eat, man. Enjoy life, man. If you hate your job, don't let your job interfere with you enjoying your today. Do the things that you like and you love today. Go to that job, business over pleasure. Tell yourself it's business, it's not personal. So regardless of what people say and do towards you, it's business. It's not personal. Don't make your job personal. Appreciate that, Charles. He gave all the explosion hunters and the fist up. Fist up to all y'all too. We'll see y'all later, man. Everybody have a good day.